Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Global Happiness Today YouTube channel. After the post-election presidential election petition tribunal, where eventually all the verdict has been passed, Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar have made up their mind to go straight down to Supreme Court. But something very unique is happening. One of the ministers in Buhari's tenure, the former president of Nigeria, have decided that not just only to call out Peter Obi, even though there are actually two petitioners, Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi, who are going in for the same purpose. But she also decided to call on the security persons to take Peter Obi in. The question is, what is in? What is the crime of Peter Obi? You're going to find out what she said is Peter Obi's crime and why he must be taken in. The question is the prophecy coming to pass? Let's find out. But before we do that, kindly subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, according to Loretta Onochie, she said attention at official DSS Nigeria and official police Nigeria. I think it's high time you pulled in this clown. Who is he calling a clown? Peter Obi. He said he did the right thing by seeking power through the ballot box. That's legal, according to her. He managed to win some and lost the most. Fair enough, according to her. Then his running mate and other unpatriotic angry birds began to instigate our youth to violence. But our noble and patriotic youth completely ignored them, because sensible youth in Nigeria are more in number than his headless mob. I guess he's calling the obedient movement a headless mob. Now, knowing he had no leg to stand on, he allowed himself to be foolishly led to the tribunal by Kasha activists. He's referring to the lawyers, to pursue issues already decided by the Supreme Court years ago. Then they tried using the labor movement to call for warning strikes around the presidential election petition judgment day. It failed woefully. Kudos to our youth population. Now, he now said this man at Peter Obi, she now mentioned the person she's referring to. This man at Peter Obi continues to instigate his headless and consequently brainless followers to a violent change of government. I have never seen a more desperate individual, she said. There's something sinister and ominous about a man who came third in a race and wants to be declared the winner at all costs. She now went further. He said it's high time he was pulled in. Now, this is her conclusion. It is high time he was pulled in to answer a few questions. Nigerians want to know why Peter Obi is this desperate. Pull him in. Heavens will not fall, she said. God bless Nigeria. Honestly, I have been cracking my head to understand the whole scenario behind this. I do not want to sound, very biased. I'm trying to be as objective as can be. You may not need to like Peter Obi, but please give it to him. The fact that this whole thing is where it is today, honestly speaking, after God, is Peter Obi. When Nigerians went all out to vote and they were so sure that their vote would count, they were so sure. I could see influencers, celebrities waiting all day, slept in their ballot, their polling center, polling unit, just to ensure that all they have voted for is uploaded in the RF and Beavers. And all of that, the INEC chairman did not deem it fit to follow through. He said what is the most important thing is that it was transmitted one way or the other, transferred or whether manually or not, it doesn't matter. But what matters is the fact that election was done and a winner announced. In this period, you would agree with me, if you lived in Nigeria or you were following the media that was going on then, you'll agree with me. The whole of Nigerians were like, no, it shouldn't be. Peter Obi was the one who called for calm. Please, let's not forget history so quick. It's just barely few months ago, February 25th. Peter Obi called for calm. He said, no, they said we should go to court. I will get back my mandate in court. I'm quoting Peter Obi word for word. Why then would you say he's the one instigating the youth? He has always called for calm. I am not a politician. I only try to see how I can be as objective as I can. And I also want Nigeria to remain in peace. But calling him out, and watch very uniquely, in all of this, Loretta did not mention Atiku Abubakar's name. Remember, during the tenure of Buhari, the former president of Nigeria, Loretta, had issues with Atiku Abubakar, of which she literally called Atiku Abubakar a Cameroonian. That is a Cameroonian wanting to vie for position in Nigeria, of which Atiku Abubakar, filed, I think, a libel suit against her, insisting that she will have to explain to him how he became a Cameroonian and all that. I think at some point the whole drama fizzled out. But in all of this, there are two petitioners, Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi. The respondent, of course, still remains the same: INEC, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, APC, and Shetima. But in all of this, Loretta Onochie was very tactical in avoiding Atiku's name. Are you saying that Atiku Abubakar too does not have a headless mob? Like she obviously discovered, there is no leader in that movement. Peter Obi self, several times we have to write to calm nerves. He only said Nigerians want to run through him. I do not know why she's calling him desperate, but he wants to, apply all available means legally possible within his power and reach to see how he can get back his mandate. I don't think it's a crime within the Nigerian constitutional space that he wants to legally pursue his elections campaign and retrieval of mandate, quote unquote, to a legal conclusion. No one should, denigrate him or make him feel as if he has committed a crime for wanting to go straight down to Supreme Court. He feels that he has something to get into. Allow him. But telling him that the DSS should pull him in, really, please, what is that negative statement he made? But then again, let's see how. One thing I know for sure, Peter Obi will not respond to this. Let's meet in that comment section. What's your take? Have a nice day.